Welcome to Functional Mobility. I'm Kelsey, your instructor. Today we'll be doing a 30-minute full body stretch. We'll go ahead and get right on into it. You do need a mat, a cushion, or an AbMat if you're here in this room, and then also a band today. Our first movement is going to be that active wall hinge. So let me get my timer started. So walking up to the wall, hands kind of out in front of you, walking feet back. You can move arms down if you want, bend in the legs, and then straightening them. Feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Bending again, thinking pressure on, pressure off for these next 2 minutes. Perfect. You go ahead and come out of that. Next, we'll be moving into pec stretch from the wall. So I'll show you with my right side first. You're going to place your hand on the wall, kind of about shoulder height, and then from there, rotate your body away. Should feel a stretch across that front part of the shoulder. And then if you can, lean in towards the wall. Get a little bit more of that stretch. Another 2 minutes here. About a minute in, if you can, lean into that stretch a little bit more. Making sure you're breathing. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Good. Go ahead and switch sides. Again, hand on the wall, at shoulder height, and then rotating your body away. Leaning towards the wall if you can. Again, feel free to lean in a little bit more into the stretch. So we're rounding out our final time here. Making sure we're breathing nice and controlled. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Perfect. Go ahead and come out of that pec stretch. Next, we will be moving into banded tricep / lat stretch. So using that band or that stretch strap, I would recommend using a band for this one. If you are doing it in the classroom here in Lewiston, we do have our own bands in the closet now. So feel free to grab them. I will warn you, they're a little stiff since they're right out of the box. But starting with grabbing the band, hand facing down, foot on top of it, you're gonna swing it behind yourself and then rotate up, feeling a nice stretch kind of through the armpit here and then also in that tricep as well. Really important on this one just to make sure that you're letting the band do the work. Relax your arm, don't fight against it. Feel that stretch. Perfect. Go ahead, drop that band around to the side. Switch arms. Again, stepping on the band, hand starts, palm facing down, gripping that band. You're gonna swing the band behind your body and then let it do the work. Again, try not to fight the resistance. Let that band win, pulling you into that stretch. left-sided overhead stretch. Next, we're going to be doing a little bit more overhead work, the band. So go ahead and widen your stance just a little bit, giving us better base support. You're gonna grab the band, kind of up overhead, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then from here, leaning both sides. Hold for a second. You should feel that stretch along your side into your armpit, and then switch sides, alternating for this next minute here. We can go ahead and set the bands down. We will not be needing them again. And then for the next 3 minutes, we will be sitting in a straddle forward fold. So definitely feeling the stretch along the kind of inside, the thighs, backside, and those hamstrings. Really ease into this one to start. I know I'm feeling a little stiffer this morning with the cold weather, so lean into you feel a stretch, and then throughout the next 3 minutes, try to lower your chest down to the ground or walk hands out further. About halfway. Try to sink in a little bit further if you can. About 30 more seconds here. Alrighty. Go ahead and sit up. Next, we will be using our wall and our AbMat or a cushion for that couch stretch. So placing that near the wall. I'm going to start with my left side so you guys can see better. But knee on that mat. Scooch my back a little bit. So knee on that mat. Try to have your foot up on the wall. Then from there, swinging that right leg forward into a lunge position to then sit up. If it feels like it's too much of a stretch, you can go ahead and scoot your body forward or away from the wall a little bit. That creates a little bit less of a stretch, less intense. But if you can, try to get your shin and foot as close as you can to that wall. We're going to be doing 2 minutes each side here. On this one too, try to make sure knee is in line with your foot so we're not dropping that knee in. Creates a little bit more pressure of that hip on that side. So trying to keep everything facing straight forward in good alignment. Go ahead and switch sides. I always recommend coming out, bringing your hands to that inside of the standing leg, swinging that leg around, and then switching. So now knee on top of that cushion or AbMat, bringing that other leg back around, top of the foot, flat to the wall, and raising your chest up. Feeling that stretch on the front of the thigh, as well as that hip of that back leg. Keeping front knee in line over toes, trying to avoid dropping it in or dropping it out too far. Another 2 minutes here. You can go ahead, come out of that one. Again, hands down, swing the leg around, and then come up from the wall. Go ahead and move your cushion or AbMat to the side. Next, we will be moving to our back. Take my clip out real quick. 1 minute each side, a little more active. We're going to be doing some straight leg raises. So, laying on our back, both legs out straight, and then we're raising one leg up, nice and controlled, lowering down, leg up, nice and control, lower down. So working a little bit more active mobility, getting the quad going, stretching the hamstring on that back side. If you feel like you're getting it up as high as you can, not a whole lot of stretch, try to point your toes towards your face. That helps to straighten that leg a little bit, getting more of a stretch. Just 1 minute here, alternating each side. Perfect. Go ahead and rest. Next, we'll be moving into open books or an open book hold. Reminder, this one begins laying on that side. My hands are my pages of the book, knees bent up for support, opening up, rotating. Feel a stretch. Go ahead and repeat. Reminder, the goal of this one is to be able to keep both knees still touching onto the ground and shoulder hand flat of that moving arm. Once you kind of ease into this one a little bit, I do recommend holding for a few moments at that end range, getting a good stretch before closing that book back up. Good. After you finish that last rep, go ahead and roll over to the other side. Same setup, knees bent, stacked on top of each other, arms out in front of you, opening, rotating, opening that book, closing it. Again, feel free to pause at that end range before returning to that starting position. Good. Go ahead and rest or pause once you finish that last rep. Next, we'll be moving into frog pose. So starting from that quadruped position on our hands and knees. Move my cord here real quick. So again, starting from here and then legs straddle out, trying to not have our feet towards each other, but out kind of parallel to the mat. And then stretching down. Holding this for 2 minutes. Perfect. You can go ahead and come out of that frog pose. And we'll finish off today with 2-minute hold into child's pose. Beginning now. So just a reminder, this one, your feet can come towards each other, knees apart, leaning up, butt back, and then arms straight out in front of you. Perfect. You can go ahead, come out of And that was it for our 30-minute full body. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.